Hi, I'm Shelley Way and welcome back to Shelley's Way to Wellbeing. If you're like me, you are a professional. You might be an executive, you might be a manager, or you're just someone who works full time and gives it your all and is usually exhausted at the end of every day. Well, we're going to change that here. So this afternoon, and this particular episode is about when you have your weekends or your holidays and you know that you have some work to do, or you feel driven that you've got to go in and do some work, and how you still look after yourself at the same time. Now, in typical Shelley fashion, I'm on school holidays now, had to come in and do some work, and I thought, no, okay. And the thing is that one of my values is work ethic. It's up there. No matter what I do, it's still there. So I thought today, right, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do my work because I'm at work now, and I'm going to set a timer. And when that timer goes off, I am going to commit to ending right then and there. And guess what I did? I didn't end then and there. What the hell? I'm supposed to be teaching you this stuff, and I didn't end then and there. I was supposed to stand up, shut my laptop, and just walk out of here. That is what I'm supposed to do. Did I do it? No. And you know what? I continued to finish the one thing that I was working on. And then I accidentally clicked on something and shut down what I was working on. Thankfully, it saved anyway. And then I had to open the whole thing back up again. But then as I went through it, I realized I actually finished all the work that I thought I was still going to have to do next week. So even though I did work an extra 20 minutes than I was supposed to, I did actually get a bit more accomplished than I thought. But then I sat here and kept doing something else that I thought would be helpful for an executive meeting that I have planned. And I have everything listed and ready. And again, did I leave? No. I was supposed to finish and then film this for you and say how well I had done. Oh my gosh, honestly, this keeps happening to me. And I don't know, does it keep happening to you too, that you just work and you just don't stop? Now, what you're meant to do is in the middle of that is you're meant to go, okay, what's my emotional energy level like? And actually, my emotional energy level is a 7 out of 10. So I've still achieved my mission. I'm a 7 out of 10. I still got to film this for you, which is what I had planned to do. And that achieved the mission. But in terms of actually finishing work and leaving in order to prioritize my own well-being, far out, I still suck at that. I suck at it. I've read the Atomic Habits book, and it says you are supposed to make the one thing that you don't want to continue doing really difficult to keep doing, and the thing that you're supposed to do really easy and pleasurable, and the thing that you don't want to keep doing painful and difficult. So I don't know. I had planned that I was going to stand up and shut my laptop when the alarm goes off. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to see, I've got this new phone, which I'm filming on, but I think what I'm going to do is see if I can record my own voice and have my own voice be the alarm that goes off and says, Shelley, you said you were going to stand up. Have you stood up? Do it now. And then, Shelley, have you shut your laptop? Do it now. No, don't keep sitting there. Maybe I need to actually have my own voice tell me off. So I actually do it. And if I do that, then maybe anyone who's still talking to me at the end of the day will stop and actually encourage me to leave. Okay, I'm going to give that a whirl. That's going to be my step. All right, that is what I'm going to focus on, because I'm here to help you, but bloody hell, I've got to help myself in the process here because I suck at this. And if I don't actually succeed at this, I know where I'm going to end up. I've seen it. I was at a principals conference and I saw all these other principals getting their 10, 15 and 20-year awards. The 10-year award people, half of them looked all right. Like they looked healthy, they looked happy, they looked content, they looked all right. At the 15-year, the people that got their principalship 15-year awards, they looked, 2/3 of them looked like shit. They looked like death. And then when the 20-year award recipients got up there, they all looked like they were going to die yesterday. They looked so bad. And I thought, shivers, that's where I'm going. I know I'm going there. And my work ethic is the one putting me there. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can record my own voice, make that the difference. That's going to tell me off when the alarm goes off to get up and get out of here.
Today's the first day back at work, and scoring my emotional energy level, I am a 4 out of 10. It's been a big draining day. So what I'm doing is I'm in my car and I'm doing my third space activity. What's the third space? That is what you do and how you look after your well-being between when you finish work and when you actually go home. And so that when you enter home, you are the best person or version of you that you can be once you've had your third space activity. So I'm going to do my third space activity now, which involves me lying down in my car. You may have a big commute that you go home and maybe that's your third space, or you may have your own version. My version is to just put my seat back in my car, have the air conditioning on, and just close my eyes and process with no noise. So I'm going to do that now. I'll let you know how many minutes that took and what my well-being score is when I have finished. That took me today about 14 minutes to process. I'm the kind of person is that I lie back and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere and I don't process anything, and then all of a sudden things start to get better. So it takes me anywhere from 14 to 20 minutes just to chill and just process what happened during the day. And now's the time where I then think, okay, well, how much time do I need? What do I need when I get home? And I probably need an hour to an hour and a half of downtime. And then I like to ask myself, okay, if my emotional energy level is over 5 out of 10, is there anything that I can do to work on my goals? And today, my emotional energy level now is a 7 out of 10 after I've done my processing. So I've come up 3 points in terms of my emotional energy levels. And so what do I want to do when I get home in terms of working on my goals? I'm a sculptor. And I know this sounds really random, but I'm actually sculpting a Darth Vader, like a life-size Darth Vader, and stormtroopers. Yeah, I know I'm a crazy person. So that's what I'm working on. And I think I might start the process of figuring out the dimensions for the chest plates for all 3 of them. I'm doing 2 stormtroopers and a Darth Vader. If you ever Googled Warrialda in New South Wales, you'd see that I've already done a gigantic R2-D2. He's called R2-B2 because Warrialda is the place of wild honey. And I've also done a gigantic Bumblebee Transformer. And again, place of wild honey, of course, we need Bumblebee. So I'm doing 2 stormtroopers, which are going to be yellow and black, thus the bee theme. And Darth Vader's black anyway. And you're thinking, what's that got to do with wild honey? Probably not much. But the good thing is they'll be in bee-coloured themes, and people can stand in front of Darth Vader and look like they're choking because they can take photos and want to come to our town to do that. And they can also stand with their arms up being marched off by the stormtroopers. I know I'm a crazy person, but it's what amuses me. And so this is what I like to do in my downtime to keep my head right. And even just talking about that improves my well-being so much that I'm an 8 out of 10 already just talking about it, because I just think it's funny. Anyway, we're all different. So you might need to think about what you do for your own third space, and then what you do after that. How much downtime do you need after you do the third space? So score your emotional energy levels out of 10. And if they're below 7, you need to do a third space activity. And in that third space activity, you need time to process your emotions, whatever that may be for you. You might have a shower, you might get changed, you might go for a walk, you might shoot some hoops, you might just brain dump everything down on an iPad or on your phone whilst you're on the commute home. You might talk to yourself all the way home if you're driving. That might be your third space activity to process your day. The idea is that once you do get home, that you are higher in terms of your emotional energy level than when you started. And even if you're 1 point higher, then you have been successful. Then after that, ask yourself, what do I need for my own well-being? And for me, I need to go home, have a coffee, put my feet up, and watch something just familiar but random on TV. So I'll do that for about an hour and a half. And then after that, if your emotional energy levels are more than 5 out of 10, ask yourself, what small thing then can I do to work on my goals? And then whatever that may be, but plan that whilst you're in your third space before you even get home. Otherwise, when you get home, that plan just turns to nothing and you don't do anything. So for me, I think I'll start to work on the dimensions for the chest plates for the sculptures.
I did it. I set myself an alarm, which is my own voice telling me off to actually leave work. Here's the sound. Shelley, have you stood up? The alarm's going off now. Stand up now. You're still sitting there, aren't you? Close the thing. Close it. Save it. Close it. Now you're standing up right now. Stand up. Shut your screen. Pull the plug. Get your bag. You haven't even stood up, have you? Stand up. Go get your bag. Right now. Get your bag. Have you got your bag yet? Have you shut your screen? Put your laptop in your bag now. Now. Put your laptop in your bag right now. Stop talking. Put your laptop in your bag right now. Now. Okay, go close the windows. Close the stuff around school. So that alarm has been going off every afternoon. And that has actually
go and do those things. Get your bag on your shoulder.
It's amazing. It has actually helped me leave work. But then I've discovered my work ethic is so strong that stressing about work, the stuff that I haven't finished, still remains. So for that reason, this is the Wellbeing channel where we figure out how to actually get around these things. So what I think I will do is all the things I didn't get around to today because half my day was filled with driving to a meeting, having the meeting and coming back from the meeting and not really having time to do anything else, as well as an Anzac ceremony. So I think the answer is scheduling in the things that you didn't do tomorrow. So at the very least, if you're like me and you are having trouble leaving work, number one, do a terrible alarm, which is your own voice telling you off, or someone else's voice telling you off, like Liam Neeson or something like that. Someone's voice telling you off to leave work. And then second, if you are still stressed, because I've never worked from home since I became a principal. I don't do work at home typically. But now I'm tempted to do work at home because I've left work early, which is exactly not what we're supposed to do. So I'm now going to sit and schedule the things I didn't get done so I don't spend my afternoon doing them, which is exactly what my work ethic wants to do because it wants me to feel like I've actually finished something and actually have a life instead. So I'm going to schedule things, not do the things that I'm tempted to do, and actually do something for me instead. Let's see whether that is actually something that works. I'm going to go and do some scheduling now about things that I didn't get to do today that I should do as soon as I can, and I'll let you know if that actually works. That worked. I just scheduled the things in that I was worried that I'd have to spend tonight doing and working from home when I actually left work on time by scheduling them in so that I can do some of those tomorrow. I had to move other things along. I don't feel I have to do that work tonight. I did it. Oh my gosh, that has never happened before. Okay, so that is a method. So number one, if you don't leave work, set yourself a ridiculous alarm that actually records your own voice telling yourself off so that you actually leave work. So that's number one. Number two, if you get home and you still feel like you've got to do work, rather than doing the work, schedule it in and plan things out and move things along so that you can actually relax. And number three is what we already talked about, is that third space exercise. So if you've got an energy drain and you're feeling like lower than a 7 out of 10 in terms of emotional energy level, make sure you have a third space activity that does something that helps bring those energy levels up. One of the tips that I have actually learned is that during the day, walking around two laps of my top oval, which is surrounded in bush, is actually something that helps me. It brings my emotional energy levels. One day it brought it from 3 out of 10 to 8 out of 10 just from 2 laps around the top oval. That's just ludicrous. So whatever your third space activity is between when you work and when you go home, make sure that you have some activity that even brings your emotional energy level up 1 point. And you might be thinking, well, great, what activity can I do? Anything to do with nature helps. Anything to be in sunlight actually helps. Anything where you get to shut down and just process with no noise. Those are my top 3 recommendations in a third space activity. If you're driving home or something like that, that in and of itself can actually help if you're processing things in your head and actually maybe talking out loud. Those can be a third space thing where, and how you'll know is at the end of it, do you feel like you have a higher emotional energy level score out of 10 than when you started? And if the answer is yes, then it can be a third space activity that will actually help you. Okay, I hope any of those things have helped, and if they have, thanks for letting me know.